So next one, religion during the early Vedic period, what kind of religious activity they performed. So first one, they worship the forces of nature like sun, earth, sky, wind, rain and fire. Prayers were offered to Agni as a fire god, like they considered water god like a Varun, god of rain is called Indra, sun god is called Surya, god of fire is called Agni, god of wind is called Vayu, goddess of dawn is called Usha, and mother of goddess is called Prithvi. Means they believe in the forces of natures. So they performed the jans and worship was carried out in the open with the simple offerings and chanting of hymns like a religious song and shabads. So next one is the food and dresses. So food of Aryans consists of fruits, vegetables, barley and dairy products such as milk, butter and cheese. Vedas also refer that four Vedas also give information that they also consumed drinks like Som and Sura. Whereas Sura was intoxicating drinks that was mostly consumed on the festivals, and Som was taken only during special religious ceremonies. And their dress, what kind of dress they wear? Aryan dressed in cloths that was mostly made of cotton, and during the winter they wear woolen cloths. Men wore dhotis and turbans and women wore saris. So both men and women were use ornaments made of gold, silver and other metals. So next one, amusements, means how they spent their free time, their leisure time. So chariot racing, hunting, gambling, singing, dancing and playing instrument were their main amusing instrument. They loved the play, game of dice, flute, drum and lute were their favorite instruments. So next one is economic life. What kind of economic life they practiced? So during the early Vedic period, the Rig Vedas and other Vedas tells us that agriculture and cattle rearing were their main occupation. Other occupations like poetry making, weaving, carpentry, jewelry making, metal working, fishing are their other activities. So carrot making was an important occupation, and iron was also discovered during the Aryan people. So it is their main achievements, means they discovered iron. So cattle were considered a symbol of wealth and status in the Aryan society. The greater number of cows a person had, the richer he was considered, means how many cattle he has, so he, according to that, he was considered rich and poor. And person owning many cows are called Gopati. And the last one is transport and trade. What kind of system of transport and trading system during the early Vedic period? So Aryan introduced horse in India. So they introduced horse in India. Horse they used mainly for drawing carrots and for loading and unloading. So ownership of the carrot was regarded as a status of symbol in the Vedic society. Means he was owner of the carrot, he was considered of highest status in the society. Boats were also used for the water transport. So next period is a later Vedic period, and it is called the Aryavarta period. So during the Aryavarta period, so many changes took place, because due to changes in the social system, religious system and economic life of the Aryan peoples. So later Vedic period lies between 1000 BC to 600 BC. It is called a later Vedic period. And under this period, there were changes occurred in the political life of the people. Position of the king was totally changed during this period, and under this period he was considered as a more powerful, and his position became hereditary. During the later Vedic period, king became more powerful and his position became hereditary, means his throne was passed to his children after his death. And he was considered as a representative of a god. And powerful king performed Ashwamedha, Visyapya and Rashya sacrifices. So king assumed the title of Samrat and Maharaja the Maharaja, because he is totally responsible for the welfare of the people during the later Vedic period, and all decision was taken by him as compared to early Vedic period, because in the early Vedic period he was assisted by the Senapati and chief priest, means his power was divided, but changes occurred in the later Vedic period. Now he was more powerful and he has all the powers and he has take all the decision, not take a help from any other person. Senani means a chief commander became very important because it helped the king only in the field of battle. And Sangarthi means officers was divided different departments under the later Vedic period. Sangarthi, who is called a tax collector, is only responsible to collect a tax from the persons. The next one is a social life. Social life also changed during the later Vedic period. First one is a family system. Status of women was totally changed. In the later Vedic period, woman was respected and treated as equal to men. He has a right to get education and right to get a husband according to their own choice. But in the later Vedic period, his position was totally deteriorated. His position became very worse and bad. He was considered inferior as compared to men. He has no right to perform the religious duties and ceremonies, and widow remarriage was looked very torn during the later Vedic period. He has no right to get married again after the death of her first husband. So widow remarriage was looked down upon during the later Vedic period. So next one, four Varans. Changes were also occurred in the four Varans in the division of the society. So during the later Vedic period, Brahmins, Kshatriya and Vaishyas became more powerful. They have all the rights and all the welfare facilities, but Shudras was regarded as a dawn during the later Vedic periods. They were considered as untouchable. They were ill treated by the upper three classes. So next one, religion. A greatest change occurred in the religious system of the Aryan people during the later Vedic period. As we know that in the early Vedic period, they worshipped the forces of nature like Indra, Varun, Agni, Prithvi. But in the later Vedic period, Varun, Indra and Agni was replaced. Their importance was totally lost and they was replaced by Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Like Brahma was considered as a creator and Vishnu as a preserver and Shiva as a destroyer. The priests were looked upon as a messenger of God. Means the chief priest, they considered themselves as they are messenger of the God, and religious activities became very expensive and poor people are not able to afford the religious activities and religious functions and janas. They enjoy, the priest people, they enjoyed great power, prestige and respect in the society as compared to the other people. So next one is the economy. Economy during the later Vedic period. As we know that in the early Vedic period, Aryan discovered iron and their main occupation during the early Vedic period was agriculture and cattle rearing. But in the later Vedic period, their method of economic activity was totally changed. They use iron for producing weapons and for making agriculture instruments, and weaving, leather work, pottery, carpentry and jewelry making were also developed during the later Vedic period. Trade was flourished in this period and there was growth of towns and cities towards the end of this period. So next one is the literature. During the later Vedic period, what kind of literature they composed. So first one, 4 Vedas, as we know that Samved, Yajurved and Atharvaved and Rig Vedas, that contains a Hanuman's religious song that was sung in the praise of God. And Upanishads were also composed during these periods. So Upanishads, they throw a light on the religious thinking and beliefs of the peoples, like on 3 questions: what is God, who is God, what is life, and where does one go after death. Means they deal with 3 to 4 questions, and Upanishads lays more stress on karma and moksha. Means if we want to get a salvation, if we want to get a freedom from the cycle of birth and death, then we should be fair in our dealings. Our work, our action should be fair and true, and we should be honest in our life. So man's condition and position are determined by his action in his previous life. Means in his past life and previous life, what kind of activities was done by them, they decide and determine their condition, action and destiny in the future and present life. So Aryan believed in dharma, means right way of living, how we can spend our life in a right way. So they also believe in the superstitious and misbeliefs and myths and false religious, fake religious activities. And this period was also witnessed and characterized by 2 great writing. First one Ramayana and second one is a Mahabharata. Ramayana, that is written by Valmiki, and it tells us a story of good over evil. It is a story of Ram and incarnation of Lord Vishnu. It contains idol characters like Ram, Lakshman, Sita, Bharat, Hanuman. So it describes a war between Ravan and Ravan, who is a ruler of Lanka. So Ram kills Ravana and rescues Sita. It means, in short one, we can say that it tells us a story of good over evil. So next one is a Mahabharata, that was written by Vedavyas, or it is written in Sanskrit, or it is a long epics which describe a great battle that was fought between Kaurava and Pandavas. So both epics gives us a lot of information about the political, economic, social life of the Aryans. So next one is a Gurukul system of education. So Gurukul system of education, that is called in short we can say that Guru Shishya system. It was a tradition that was followed in the education during the later Vedic period, and under this system, student after the age of 7, that is called a Brahmacharya. A student after the age of 7 years was sent to a Gurukul, that is a families of teachers, where lived with his guru, where he has to live with his guru and get a education. So Vedic literature, mathematics, medicine, astronomy and astrology, these were main subjects that was taught to children during the Gurukul system, during the Guru Shishya system. And they also learned sword fighting, archery, wrestling to be used in the battlefields. Means both practical and theoretical life was given to children after the age of 7 years. And the students served their guru and paid a guru dakshina or remuneration after the completion of their education according to their ability. Means when his or her education was completed, then he has to serve his guru in form of a guru dakshina or in form of a remuneration. So in this chapter we have studied about the Vedic period, early Vedic period and later Vedic period. So many pictures are given in your book. You can see and observe what kind of social, economic, political and religious life was performed by the Aryan peoples. So hope so that this chapter will be understood to all of you. So thanks and have a nice day.